Yeah, it be right in front of you. You
Be
never
right in
know.
front of you. Child trafficking. Child trafficking ring.
Here's
Him and
the
17 other people. And there was no reason for him to do that. He's making over $100,000 a year. He a plant
right.
manager.
That's what I think it's I think it's a human trafficking case was going on in this. This not only different. Yo, listen, I think they all doing the same shit, yo. Everybody doing what R. Kelly and P Diddy was doing, but doing it worse. I'm gonna tell you this right now. This is definitely they try to cover it up because of a sex trafficking case.
Mm,
They put David, but I believe it was a sex trafficking case. It's fine. She ran
Yeah.
what
away
happened?
while David was on tour, and then meet up with them people that you know what I mean. That you know what I mean. That think they could do whatever they want, and then they did what they did to her and put her in a trunk.
Yeah. I'm just saying, it goes on, it goes down for real. And I know because them girls are desperate. They'll do whatever it takes to get her from up under that. I know when they was in the car.
Mm,
You want somebody?
right.
They be under a lot of stress. And it's been going on for so long.
Yeah, it's so big. It's so big, bro. Like even if you arrest one person, bitch, you gotta arrest everybody out at one time.
They
See,
steady.
cause
Look at Ohio. Look at Ohio. How many people they pull it down?
And Martin, right? Here's what pissed me off about the social media. They're like, the reason why they probably don't want to lock up nobody else so people's cooperating. Why would you give somebody a deal and help somebody cut up a little girl? You see what I'm saying, right? Negro,
Mhm.
we're not giving nobody a deal, bro. I'm not listening to you. I'm not giving you no deal. What you help this nigga cut up this girl and you want him to go down for everybody's going down here. Everybody. The neighbors are bogus. The neighbors see David come pick her up all the time and never tell her mom like, yo, this guy's too old for your daughter. Nobody said nothing. That could never happen in my neighborhood. You're not gonna see a grown man pick up a girl and say, "Oh, that's this guy. He's famous." Let me go shake his hand. Let me get his autograph and take a picture with him. Not
and this
recorded.
I ain't gonna lie, like this whole case is spooky as fuck. Is
No,
because like the kids at school knew about it, the
sir.
teachers knew about it. You feel me?
Mhm,
It was like
mhm.
so many people knew about this shit,
Nobody
but
said anything.
nobody told the authorities any motherfucking
Right?
thing. You feel me?
I don't like that. I don't like that. I'm with you on that. I don't like that. Everybody knew about it. Nobody said nothing about it.
Silence is consent. So you feel me? Like you was down with this shit
Yeah, the
until
neighbors were
this
like, "Oh, we
happened.
see you all the time." He used to come here and pick her up all the time. I said, "Huh?" And nobody said anything. The teachers knew about it. The neighbors knew about it. The mom
The
knew about it.
friends, the friends knew about it.
Like, come on.
Hmm.
It just seems like people are okay with certain things because they get money out of it.
Mm-hmm.
That's wrong. And to me, you letting off your 13-year-old daughter going off with some 19-year-old man, you're pimping your kid because you're
Yeah.
not saying anything. Because you're allowing your kid to go take money and come back home with it and spend it with you that you know it's wrong. But then you say something when something bad happened. What happened to don't wait till something bad happens? You know what I mean? Deal with it right there. That's insane, my God. And they like what you said. You go. The teacher knew about it. The kids knew about it. Whole
Everybody knew.
his whole
The
TikTok.
whole world, the whole world knew what the fuck was going on.
That's what I was saying though. Why would he cover it up? Why would he try to? My bad. Why would you try to analyze her when everybody? That would be too late to hide the evidence for you to analyze somebody, cover up that when everybody knew about it, especially a teacher. Like the teacher should be the first one to report it to the police. That's why I don't trust these schools. That's exactly why I don't trust these schools. I don't trust these schools.
Cause they going through the school though. Like a lot of these traffickers, they looking at the yearbooks. The fuck.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, I want him. I want him. I want him. You feel me? Like, come on, bro.
It's facts, bro.
Like, let's not act like you feel me. This shit, this shit is way motherfucking sinister than you think.
Yeah. They doing this shit so like crazy, bro. It's insane. It's insane. That's what I'm like, man. You know, that type of behavior right here, nobody's saying anything. Nobody even saying, hey, this person over here, was something such. That one guy, no, we don't, that's a cool guy. He's pretty cool, and he did good thing. Something happened now. Oh, you know, he's been with her from this, and nobody said anything. Nobody said anything. That's what I'm saying. The girl could have been having some trouble at home. Maybe it started with her. You know what I mean? At home. And he always said, like somebody said earlier in the chat, if your kid gotta run away from home like that all the time, you know what I mean? I'm pretty sure nobody ever here had a family member that run away from home. You know what I mean? Because we had a good household. But if you have your 12-year-old acting like an adult and running away from home, meeting up with older guys, that's why you gotta stop that. Because they're gonna do that. But you let it happen in the first place. No, you want to stop it. It's gonna confuse the kid. Like what? You allow me to do this? No, you don't want me to do it no more. You know what I mean? They gotta stop from the get-go. It has to.
Maybe you stop signing them checks. It's like, fuck it, I ain't gonna keep paying you shit. I'm just gonna take it.
Yeah, it is insane to me. It's insane to me. I'm actually gonna cook you some food for you. You can do whatever you want. You can do whatever you want. I'm not really happy. This is crazy, man. No one said anything. I forgot that the teachers knew about it too, you know, finally. I forgot
Yeah,
because I remember they was talking to the school. I totally forgot.
yeah, yeah. They was talking about that shit in
Yeah, I
class.
totally forgot.
Yeah, talk. It's like, oh yeah, man, she used to be in my mm-hmm. All
Yeah,
that. So like,
he
you
probably didn't
motherfuckers
use
knew.
that form. You know what I'm saying? These people are crazy out here, you know, family. Crazy, dog. Imagine that, yo. That's what I said. I would even, and honestly, to me, I don't even do people evidence because you seen that you didn't stop it. You know what I mean? And you allow your kid to hang around with um Celeste while she was with David. Huh?
Right.
Huh? And you never said you thought it was okay.
Yeah.
Like what the fuck, dude?
I ain't see nothing weird about it
Yeah.
until like the fuck.
Like, come on.
You supposed to have a red flag since you saw it first quarter.
This
Like,
is
what
this
is
is
this? What is this grown ass man doing with this young ass girl
yeah.
type shit?
Why? Why is she?
Anybody else would have said something, but
It's insane, yo.
mm,
As I said, it's insane, y'all. This is
it's
why.
like it's like once you reach a certain status, like common sense go out the fucking window.
Yeah. Until you
Like
get
common
told.
sense, yeah, common sense go out the window with certain people
Yeah,
until shit get real. You feel me?
yeah. But if you're a regular guy,
If
they're
you're a
not.
regular guy, then they on your top. Oh,
Yeah,
ooh, you feel me?
yeah.
But nah, if you a celebrity, they gonna be like, well, maybe like you gonna make all kind of fucking excuses.
Maybe he's gonna turn her into a superstar. Maybe he's gonna make her do this. That's what I'm telling you. I know that for a fact. I heard single moms and I heard women that talk in a relationship. Oh, my daughter's 16, so she could be with such and such. This guy's a rich guy. he owns this, he owns that. Like, we gotta stop talking like that because that's what it seems like. Seems like the mom was okay with it. So the teacher stole the mom.
Mm-hmm.
Neighbor stole the mom, but she was okay with it. Now the fact was one, I think they kind of break it off before he went on the tour because that's what Rice was saying. That's the story we got. Is like she was alive before he went on the tour. You know what I mean? That's why he didn't get locked up. Now they lock him up because God knows why. They should have locked him up a long time ago. If that was the case. I'm just saying. If that was the case. Because the same shit they're saying. You know, there's no.
Yep.
And I blame the producers, yo. I blame the people who's around. Y'all let y'all niggas hanging out with a 13-year-old girl at 20 years
Mm-hmm.
old and think it's cool. They like to sacrifice young people, yo. They like to do that.
Yep. The younger the blood,
Yeah,
the longer they feel like they're gonna live.
yeah. You know, they did that to that little girl right there.
They definitely harvest industry around this bitch.
It's running. It's crazy, yo. It's like demonic. If you ain't demonic, and you ain't cool. You ain't cool at all.
Mm-hmm.
If you ain't doing nothing crazy shit, that's why a lot of people keep their kids away from certain things. I heard this white guy was saying it was talking at this turning point. And it was like, I don't send my kids to school because I don't want nobody to tell my little girl that she could be a boy. It's a name. Yes, they're gonna have thoughts about that. They're young. They're supposed to have thoughts. So you're not supposed to put it in their head and say it's okay. You see what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's what kids are. They're gonna have thoughts because you know what I
You
mean.
could be a butterfly.
Yeah. But you know, and I think
They
this.
got motherfuckers out here imitating snakes and shit. The fuck going on?
I think this is the next thing of where it comes to parents. They need to check their kids. Their 13-year-old daughter. You gotta let them know they can't be doing all that. Don't give
Yeah,
it.
it come to parenting at the end of the day, you feel me? Because if just like you said, if everything was peachy at the house, then she wouldn't have been running away. So it had to been something going on at the house for her to continue to keep running away from. You feel
Right,
me?
right.
Because
Somebody,
if everything's peachy at the house, you ain't gonna go nowhere. Yeah, I'm in hog heaven. You feel me? Why the fuck I'm finna run away from
yeah. You
everything that
know,
I got? I got access to everything here. You feel me? I ain't gotta want for shit.
you
You
know
feel me?
when me and my girl first started, you know what I mean? You know, we was whatever. She went back to her mom. You know what I'm saying? We like, you know, we was arguing over. We was young at the time. We was arguing over stupidness. You know what I mean? We laugh about this every day, and he's like, even I didn't run away, so why? You know what I mean? We was young, so why? You know what I mean? Why would you run away with somebody else and not go back to your home and go to a family member that's still or uncle or
Mm-hmm.
somebody in the family, but you run away
A
to the
complete stranger.
yeah, to a musician or to his friends because that's what happened. I don't think David did it. I think the people around him had something to do with it and they put it on. You know what I mean? Real talk. And that was his fault. I blame David because he shouldn't have never
You
been
sh-
in a sexual relationship with a young girl like that. At 13
right?
years, my
They
nigga.
they had matching tattoos. The fuck,
Mm,
bro? Like they had them matching tattoos. The fuck,
my
come
nigga,
on, bro.
who gives a 14-year-old a tattoo anyway?
Right. That's what they do. They be tatting up these young girls, bro. That's
That's
how
why
they brand them.
that's why
That's
people
how
be
they
getting
brand
in
them.
trouble. That's why people be getting in trouble because they think the girl's tied up and she's old. Let me show
Mm-hmm.
you something that goes in the African and Caribbean country. Your daughter is not allowed to you gotta put an ID and so if you're in the you have to be 18 and older before they tap you up. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. It shouldn't be like it should be like a drinking or a cigarette group or a kid or 19 shouldn't have no tattoos until you're that age. Seriously. You know what I mean? That's what I believe. I don't believe kids should be wearing tattoos until they're like 18, 19. You can help mama pay the bills. You know what I mean? Help your dad pay the bills and you can hold a tattoo at 19 years old. You know what I mean? Or 18 years old. I'm gonna say 18. You know what I mean? But a 14-year-old, 13-year-old with a tattoo, and the mom and
Yeah,
dad didn't say nothing about it.
yeah. That's insane.
Yeah, that's insane. That's disturbing, though. That's disturbing.
That
And then
just be you ain't paying attention to your child because ain't no way your child gonna be able to walk in your house and have a whole tattoo and you not know about it.
I think David brother is the one that analyzed the little girl. He gonna be the one that get locked up, and David gonna come out of jail because he did this shit. So here's what happened. She went and seen David brother, and then he did what he had to do with her, and then put her in the back of the trunk and try to frame his girl. You know what I mean? Because the look that he had, the look that I'm seeing in his face right now, you could tell when somebody knows something, or somebody that did something. And I think that David, brother, you know, since he always picking her up and always doing that, I think he might also had a relationship, sexual relationship with her outside of what her and David got going on. Real talk. I think that's gonna be the next suspect. Chat. Remember I said that. He gonna be. He gonna be the first. He gonna he gonna he gonna be the next suspect. Yeah. He gonna be the next suspect for sure. For sure. I'm telling y'all this, man. I know he gonna be the next suspect that goes down for this horrific crime. I know who he did it with. You know, but when people are doing rituals and doing, this type of stuff, demonic stuff, it's not only one person. And I think he gonna be the one on the camera putting the body in the trunk. I think they just want David to say, "Yeah, I know what my brother did," and he's not saying it because he probably had no idea that he did it. That's just me allegedly. I'm just speculating, y'all. It's not real. Don't say, "Oh, well, this guy, Chef DMG guy said." Hey, but if David brother was volunteering to go pick her up like that, every time like that, it's always that one person that always trying to fuck somebody's girl because they know they can, but they know that the person is just getting used, so they're gonna try to push up, and then he probably like, But I wouldn't be surprised if they lock him up next. So they say they're not saying nothing. So I wouldn't be surprised because how is David gonna analyze her and do all that? And who gonna drive your Tesla? If it's not a family member, if David brother is always picking up Celeste, that means, you know what I mean? You much think they could have talked about that her and the brother could have talked about that David didn't know about. You know what I mean? And I don't know. I don't think she was hiding. If she was hiding in the Tesla, and if the Tesla wasn't impound, because that looked like that parking that impound lot looked like scrap yard where you put cars that that's not operating on the road no more. But I don't know. Allegedly, it could be the bro that trying to frame his own bro. But he's still gonna go to jail. Is he gonna go to jail for being with Thing? But I think it's crazy that he goes to jail. And Charmaine the God pled guilty for that. Because remember, he was also, I guess, I don't know, maybe the parents allowed their 13-year-olds to talk to him at the time. I don't know. Because some moms are like that. Some moms will do that because, they don't want to lose their daughter's trust or whatever. But it is what it is. But sometimes you got to make a choice and say, because times are different. At one point, At one point, believe it or not, chat, believe it or not, it might sound weird, but yeah, that's why a lot of these men won't admit that they did nothing wrong, because at one point, you could, 16-year-old was dating older man. If you can see majority of these. That's why you think majority of these girls are like 15, 16 from back in the day. They're not telling you they had a law that it was a consent for for a grown man to date a young girl. They wasn't telling it, because they would have looked stupid because they made that law, and now they made that law. They would have looked, but that was a law back in the day. Younger generation. If you were a young person watching in your early 20s, or you're just a kid trying to get some justice for this little girl here, Clarice. I mean, this girl here, 14-year-old girl. At first they said she was 15, then it went from 15 to 14. That was the real story that I heard about this girl, though. But, yeah, at one point it was. They had it, they had it like that. Not the citizens, not the people. They had the law like that. So let me just put that out there. That's why a lot of these guys, older guys like Trump and them, they're not really out there like that. Not defending Trump or not defending the Epstein file, but I'm just saying there was women out there too with younger boys. That was 16-year-old. You had 25-year-olds and 20-year-olds, because that was, everybody was basically walking around Elvis. When Elvis died, it was okay to date at his age. It was okay to date a 15-year-old. His wife, I think his wife was like, I don't know, 15 or something like that. You know what I mean? Yes. Look it up. Google it. Look at Elvis and look how old he is, and look at his wife, and tell me how she thinks she is. All right? But this is stuff that they made, as a law, back in the days. And now they're using it to, but this is what they had. And I'm not making this up. So don't say, well, you sound weird saying that. This is what they had, And is Elvis, it's just like right now, a man will be like 60 and they'll have an 18-year-old, 19-year-old. You know what I mean? Now go back to Elvis, and everybody was doing this shit back in the days when they had the 16-year-old and 15. Remember, Elvis' wife, I believe, was 15 years old. Right? He died when he was like 20 something or whatever. You see what I'm saying? But I'm just trying to show you guys, they made it the law. If all these pop stars back in the days, Elvis and them, knew that this day was gonna come in the future where they're gonna make it a law that it's wrong to be, what I mean? They wouldn't have done that. So
they're doing it now, Chef. They're doing it now. Yeah, the Republicans are trying to turn they're trying to take the age of consent back down to 14. 14.
You're right. That's one thing I like about Rice, and I never argue with him. When he corrects me, when if I was saying something stupid, Rice would have been like, "Nah, all right, see, Chef, because Rice know I'm telling the truth." You know what I mean? The civilians never made. We had a woman, y'all, back in the day, right? That was dating 14-year-olds, 16-year-olds, and that was their husband. They had, man, that was dating kids. Girls, I was, married to girls, I was like 15 and 16 as their wife. You know what I mean? Where do you think a lot of these girls learn to cook at a certain age? You know what I mean? Like a lot of these girls, go back in the days, and if you see how young these girls know to cook a meal, come here to these girls.
For real, as we speak, because of these Epstein files, is my belief, as we speak, is as we speak, the girls are the Republicans or the White House is voting to take the age of consent down too.
Because they're trying to change the rules so they can't go to jail.
There you go.
You know what I mean? And to me, that's totally wrong. That's totally wrong, because we're gonna lock this nigga up. That's why if you notice, they keep saying the relation, and Rice is right. So you heard what Rice just said, right? Rice just said the Republicans are trying to make it back down to 14, right?
Yep.
You notice what they said about David. They said David, they keep bringing up, oh, she was only 13. You see what I'm saying? That's why you gotta listen to this. Listen to this shit right here. It's a message that's sending. that's saying, yeah, anything up after that, anything up about 14 is okay. Because they kept saying she was only 13. You see what I'm saying? And they're not going to, they had a sexual relationship. It's sick and sick. That's why I keep my people and my kids away from certain things. I would never, in today's era, if my daughter is not like Rice's age, I'm not sending her to school at 5 years old, 4 years old. You stupid. You dumb. I'm not doing it.
In this day and age, I mean, we complain about a lot, but we really don't care.
I wouldn't even send a little boy at that age. Having a kid right now at 5 and 4 and sending them to school to my thought.
Yeah, it's pretty insane with everything. It's insane with everything that's going on and everything, you know, but people, they have to have this stuff. So they don't believe it.
Your son don't know to wipe himself properly, and you have somebody that's into something else. That's you know what I mean? Because like, you know, and then you know, wiping and changing your kid, and now you know what I mean. Like, come on, y'all, we need to like wake up, wake the fuck up. I think they should lower the consent of sending kids to school. I think there should be no more daycare. I think there should be no more what do you call it? You know, I don't think a teacher should allow to, because little girls go to school, and this is why these little kids they get you know, especially girls, they get, you know, they have problems at a young age, because you're sending these people at that. You know, when your daughter are 4 years old, 3 years old, she's not gonna wipe herself. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna let these motherfuckers do the job for you and touch your kid as an adult? That should be wrong. That should be wrong. That's wrong.
We just in my little old town, some coach went to jail for having a relationship with an underage girl. You think my girl gonna pull my daughter from school? Hell no, she got to go to work. See, at that point, all kids, if we really cared, most of the children in my town, they wouldn't be going to school tomorrow.
No, they wouldn't. They shouldn't. Right.
They wouldn't. That's it. That's over. We can homeschool now. Y'all can't keep pedophiles from the school building. And when y'all start to hire people, vet people, well, then we'll send our kids back to school. As long as y'all ain't doing y'all job, I'm not sending my child to school. It's too dangerous. And it's not dangerous. It's dangerous because of the staff. And they're not gonna keep them out of school. Oh no, that's why. And don't I tell you, that's why the kids don't believe you when they see you talking. They just see you talking. You don't mean what you say.
If you got a 13-year-old,
if you meant what you said, as soon as that happened, the school would be closed down. Because everybody would say, well,
that's not what they said, though. They said, what do you say? She been missing over a year.
Yeah, she missing over a year.
So what? What's really? This is crazy. This is crazy.
Yeah, the mama knew what she was.
This is insane. Definitely, it's definitely sex trafficking, though. I can't lie. You know, definitely sex trafficking. As I said, once you cut up the body like that, you can't do an autopsy. There's no autopsy. How are you gonna do an autopsy to find out what's the cause of death? You see what I'm saying? You can't. You can't. You can't. You can't. You cannot. You know what I mean?
This is the definition of insanity. I hate to be like that, but we're here now, y'all. Shoot. I can't lie no more. Nobody can. Everything is corrupt. The music industry. Y'all see how R. Kelly and all these, y'all see how the little boys being done. Right? And everybody still want to be a rapper. What's wrong with you?
I don't know, yo. A year? That's definitely sex trafficking. You know what they did? They brought you seem like they did some shit and brought the body back. Like, you know what I mean? And just left it there. They did what they had to do. They know he was getting hot. And then, you know what I mean? This is a corrupted ass motherfucking world, dog. You can't trust nobody, bro. That's what I'm saying.
You can't trust nobody because we can't trust ourselves.
Now, I wouldn't say nobody like that. I mean, like, the people that you're supposed to trust, you know.
You can't, like, but you again, you can't trust them because we can't trust ourselves, and we don't vet people. You know, we don't know how to vet people.
Right.
And again, see, that's why other societies, that's why they're not so much built on they're built on a moral clause. Their country has a definite God. If it's a Muslim country, or we have a country you can just serve whatever you want to serve and
Right.
get a job.
Right.
So you can be a devil worshiper teaching kids.
Mm.
You can be a
For
devil
real
worshiper
though.
teaching,
Right, saying
knowing
lying.
that the devil, knowing what the devil do, what his whole
I
purpose
think
is. You'll have a devil worshiper. You'll hire a devil worshiper to teach your children.
I think
Then
the
when
kids
when something
so
happened to your children, you go, "What happened? You had a devil worshiper teaching you. What did you think was gonna happen, you idiot?"
you know what I'm noticing about the school too? Is the kids that are coming out of school at a young age, at like as I said, my son just turned 15. It's like they come out way too like they want to be. It's like they already are adult. They way too sexual. They smoking. They doing all this other crazy stuff that they don't research or but they're doing it because it's cool and everybody doing it.
Yeah,
And I get it. We used to smoke weed, but at the same time, we used to educate ourselves about what weed I smoke. I'm not smoking on hydro. At one point, I was just smoking cess. If it's not cess, I'm not smoking it because hydro make me too fucked up. Like, you see what I'm saying? I was still doing my research. You know what I mean? And then a lot of time, the OGs would be like, "Yo, are you trying to diss? You know what I mean? You trying to diss me?" Like, I'm like, "Nah, OG. I'm just like, you know what I mean? I gotta know what I'm smoking." And they're like, "You know what? You're a smart youth. You know what I mean? You're not just gonna smoke it because you know what I mean. You already know like what's good for your body. You know what I'm
right.
saying? So, but these kids, they don't understand certain things, especially when you got like certain, if you got like say you got a asthma or you got certain things, right? You can't be vaping and doing certain things. You know what
Right.
I'm saying? You gonna you gonna have health problems. You probably gonna stop breathing. You might end up. You know what I'm saying? Pass out or analyzing yourself because you really don't know, like you know what I mean. That so these kids coming out of school today, guys are way too like they just I don't like the way they try to move like they it just like nah, like you know what I mean. But you don't know nothing. Like what Rice said, they don't like you gotta know something. You know what I mean? I could look at this nigga daughter and say, damn, Rice daughter is smart. You know what I mean? You really make sure she into her book. But I could tell a lot of us is like we just want our kids to run the show. You're not gonna run the show around me.
Mm.
I'm the parent. I've been telling my son that. I don't need to tell him that no more. You know what I mean? For like forever, ever. And I tell my daughter all the time, yes, I buy this. Remember, I'm the parent. Like, you know what I mean? You ain't gonna. I always tell my girl too. Don't make people feel like you know what I mean. You're the parent. Like, who cares? Like, you know what I mean? Like, yo,
Yeah.
kids can't be doing certain things. So your kids gonna know like shit. My dad gonna feel some type of way. But for your kid to be running around and don't give a fuck about you and just jump in here and run out, sleep out here and come home tonight, and
They
then
don't, chef, because people don't raise their children. Everybody else, only thing people do is provide for their children a place to sleep and eat. They don't raise them. They don't even know their children. How you gonna know your child and both of y'all been away from each other 16 hours a day? The only time y'all see each other when it's time to go to bed.
mhm. And you're buying them
You
all this
don't know
design.
what's going on morning. That child done had to get up, go to school. You get up, go to work. Am I right or wrong?
No, for real.
You ain't seen your child. Now the teacher done seen your child all year long. You wonder why the child believe the teacher and don't believe you? Why you can't help
Yeah,
them with their homework? They don't know
right,
you, and they know
right.
that your money is way more important than they success. They got
Yeah,
more faith in the teacher than they got in you because the teacher act like they care about. You
yeah,
don't even
yeah,
act like you care about. You act like you care about what this family look like to the public. That's
yeah.
why you
And
got
then
to get
they're like,
your job.
yeah. So now the kid go and go. Yes, the kid go know about it, but now some parents like too, right? Is that as I said, Celeste's teacher probably lectured the mom like, don't you think it's wrong for your daughter to be? But she probably told the teacher like, that's my daughter, leave her alone. Like, you know what I mean? Nah, 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 nah. She could do it. Like, those moms.
I
Like
show,
you said,
I show. You know about my youngest daughter that I got to show her? I got to show her wealthy people and people that think they rich. And
right.
she found out the people that think they rich ain't got nothing.
Mhm.
They got what you see on the outside, and they think they got something, but they can't do nothing with themselves. Then I show the wealthy people. She noticed that wealthy people ain't wear no designer. They don't spend all day. You go to their house and it's a mansion, and they walk around in Walmart shoes and clothes just as comfortable as can be. Now you go to a rich dude house. He live in the supposed to be rich and have it all. He's showing money all the time. He live in a 1 bedroom apartment, barely can afford that because he'll spend all his money on shoes. He got more money in shoes and shirts than he do his savings account.
Right. That's crazy part. Yeah, the mom though, I can't lie. At 13 years old, the mom should
Yeah,
do something to the mom.
most of the parents now are not parents. They play the role and they have to buy their children some so that because they're constantly trying to prove to the world that they're good parents
Yeah.
because they don't mess with their children. I don't care what you say, you don't mess with your child if you don't see them for 16 hours a day.
Right.
Then how can I say 16 hours in a 24-hour period span? Ain't you supposed to get 8 hours of sleep? 8 hours of sleep, 8 hours of work. You ain't took no bath. You ain't fed the dog. See what I'm saying?
Right.
That's how our days go in the United States. You wonder why these kids are sleeping with the teachers. That's why.
So true.
And
And it's
then
so
the kids are very manipulative. Very manipulative. They know what they're doing too. Right?
right.
So we should charge the children when they messing with an adult, we should charge them with something too.
You real talk.
That's
Right.
that too.
Rice ain't lying. If you
So they messing with an adult the whole time. Only time they tell it is when they get mad, when they don't get their way. They use that to hold over the adult's head. We gotta charge them with conspiracy
Mhm.
because you're conspiring. You're conspiring to create a crime, and it's premeditated because you knew that if you mess with this dude, he couldn't say nothing, and you couldn't say nothing.
Right.
But you gonna say something after you mess with him. He ain't rape you. Now let's make this very clear. All this voluntary. He ain't rape you. You ran to it. And now that you don't get your way, or you see another student like him, or you see his wife, now it's time to tell it because your feelings hurt. Mm-mm. Charge
Yeah,
you.
you gotta shut it
Charge
down.
everybody involved. Like I say, everybody involved get charged, and the
Everybody
parents,
involved
the
in charge.
student, and the teacher, everybody get charged. We'll stop all this in a hurry.
The teacher,
Cause I double. If it was me, I'd double right back and pick up the parents of this DV. This she been missing over a year.
a year. What?
Yeah,
And we're blaming the police. We're blaming the police.
Hold on. And you know, wait a minute. What's even worse is you know the dude named David. You know him,
Yeah.
which means that you know where she's at. So she's not missing. You falsified a police report to save your own back. You're going to jail. And let's do child neglect because you knew where your child was. You just neglected to tell the truth. Well, see, we'll kill all that. Start charging these parents. I'm telling you, it's a child missing all the time here in Temple, Texas. That didn't used to happen. These children go missing all the time, and they don't be nowhere but right around the corner. And the parents know that. As soon as I found the child and took the child home, I would show up with CPS, and I'd be taking the parent to jail.
And I agree. I'm gonna pick it back what you said, right? You said that you're spending time. If you're not spending you're spending what, an hour at home and the rest of the time at work, and that your kid's gonna take off. Yeah, your kid's definitely gonna take off. So if you're worshiping the bag and not spending time with your family, then guess what? Your kids are gonna run off and look for a next mom or look for a next dad or look for somebody you think is a brother figure or a father figure, and next thing you know, you know what I mean, the brother and the father figure start doing some weird shit. That ain't never started. You know what I'm saying? And that's when they start getting hurt because y'all don't want to pay parents. Y'all looking for somebody else to be out. You know what I mean? Real talk. A lot of people get away. I don't know why they acting like a lot of y'all need to step up for the plate, bro. You think my daughter runs me at a certain age? You dumb? You stupid? You stupid? You know, I come up different. I don't care what they said, what the government said. That's on them. They want to do that. That's why half of their kids is junkies. I mean, that's why they let them do whatever they want. No,
They
not
let them
over
do
here.
whatever they want. Chef, you can't stop your child from doing whatever your child wants. You can't stop them when you ain't there. You ain't never there.
Yeah,
You
but
know,
if you,
my mom played hardball. I can tell you right now, my mom played hardball. You know what she said? She didn't care about this money, this nice house, or none of this nice stuff we got. If I continue to act stupid in school, get what she gonna do, Chef? She gonna quit and she gonna get on welfare, and we gonna live in the projects. And but I'm gonna be a good standing citizen. She told me that in front of the principal. Make me quit my job to beat you up all day and make sure you're a good citizen, you're a good person, that you got some sense. Because I quit. We don't have to have none of this nice stuff.
for real though,
Parents don't say that to their children no more.
real talk.
They put them on drugs. They put them on drugs and put them right in the system.
All they do is
I don't know what to do with him. I can't do nothing with him. Oh, you can't? Okay, let's give him this dope. And then when he get 18, we'll just pick him up because he gonna be on drugs. Now he in the prison pipeline. That's the way it go.
Yeah, it's real talk, bro. It's fact. No, who
She
are
told me that right from the principal. She wasn't even playing. She right here listening right now. She'll tell you herself. She told me that right in front of the principal. I will quit this nice job. I will quit my job that I've been doing for a long time. You gonna be a good dude though. Because I'll come to this school every day. I'll get on welfare and come to this school with you every day. I said, Lord have mercy. No, don't quit your job. And stuff. You said, ask Michelle. Here go my mom right here. She'll tell you. You said that you'll quit. If I continue that crazy, you'll quit the job and we'll be on welfare.
Yeah. It's more important for me to correct my child than for me to dress my child up. I need to dress up his not his body. So you can do what I got working. You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And the most important thing is to correct their mind and not dress up their body. That's how come that's how come the world is messed up now. That's why you see ladies with big long fingernails, and you know they can't clean the house because they can't take them nails off. Don't mess with that woman.
Yeah, right. Hey, that's definitely. Hey, right, that's definitely your mama.
See, Chef, what I had to go through, man.
That's because he ain't right. He still ain't right, but I live with him now. All the stuff. Some of my son said I came to his room. He had a double barrel rifle, so I just sneaked my stun gun back on in my pocket. Man, you have to know when to hold and when to fold. He in charge now. I'm under his rule.
Yeah, that's good. I like that. I'm like, I never heard right. I like when Rice let me just, that's a really honor to talk to you though. Like, because you sound just like Rice. I can see where he gets his like smartness from.
I told you, Chef, she was smart. I told you, my mama was smart. One, I told you that all this stuff. Y'all think I be talking slick? This how I got talked to my whole life. It ain't slick to me. It's just this the way that she was kind of real straight up like that, and she made me think for myself. That's why I pay attention when we reading articles. That's why I pay attention to what the article's saying, because she never taught me to believe what they say. She taught me to read what it say and then take it in for myself and then regurgitate it and see if it made sense.
Rice, it's true because it used to be like that when your grandparents and your mom used to tell you, don't believe everything you see on TV or in the newspaper. Read for yourself. Like you said, I'm saying, or find out for yourself. So that was, I think, too, that was taught to me growing up by my family members.
Him and his wife old school like this too, because they from the islands. They from Jamaica. So they hard old school like that. You know what I mean? They believe.
Well, what's missing now is uh the grandmas and once they and somebody else and we scattered. But when the parents, when we lived in that same little group,
Community.
the grandma and the aunties and the uncles and stuff, you where you gonna run to? You know how you gonna get away? But now we scattered, and so it's difficult. But that don't mean our brains are scattered. That's why we get mixed up. I don't care where you are. You have a child. You're in charge of that child, and you ought to raise that child according to the word.
Yeah, you know.
Right.
And if the word don't match up, there's something wrong with that picture.
See, and that's the way he raised his children. I know.
I tell them all the time. I show drug my kids. Not right away, but when I learned, I drove them to church every Sunday and every other youth meeting. Cause you learn a whole lot about the world. They make sure you do that 5 days a week. But when it comes to God, they kind of slack. But you ought to drag them to church if you don't drag them to school. Because if a child can read the Bible, he can read any other word in any other book.
Mhm.
Ain't no other book. I tell people at my church all the time, I said, I got a library with 66 books in it. And I said, and I don't need AI.
Yeah.
Because I got a God that got answers right there in between those pages. And if I don't understand it, he got a Holy Spirit. And all you have to do is go to him in prayer and he'll help you out if you need to know. Some things we don't need to know, so we don't get no answer. Sometimes we just inquisitive about the wrong thing. You know. Like
You know, it's not everything you need to know about.
that's like you see Sally shouting in church every Sunday. So what's wrong with that woman shouting every Sunday? And that ain't none of your business because you don't know her story. You know what I'm saying? That ain't in the Bible. That you don't have to worry about her. Just wonder why you sitting there and ain't feeding nothing. Yeah, I don't get out here, but I love you guys, whoever you are. I don't care who you are, where you from, and how you got here, but you're here.
Yeah,
And y'all keep on doing the best you can.
I appreciate
And
that.
then that's all you can do. I don't care if you don't never reach your goal. Like my mom used to say, baby, you did the best you could. I know you made an F, but you did the best you could. So don't be sad. You just got to take that course over and over again until you get it right.
Sure.
But she wouldn't say, no, you know better than that. You've been taking that course 400 times. And you said, but she said, oh, that's not right, baby. You get it right. Just keep on taking it. Mm-hmm. Yeah, don't browbeat nobody.
Sure.
Let y'all have a good day.
But nowadays, you got the AI, the computer, and all that stuff. You know, kids don't want to take that. They're not going to take. They're just going to go straight to the AI, straight to Google. They're not going to, take the answers. They're not going to try over and over again and do it like that.
Yeah, that's what they do. That's why
it's good to have one.
And that's why everybody and the people at the jobs mad because the kids don't pass the test in college with the AI to find out the kids don't know nothing.
Yeah. For real. It's insane. And they're giving them marks, yo. And your kids at home doing way more just reading a book and looking up stuff, researching stuff. And that's what I'm saying. Even school is rigged. Everything is rigged, bro. I think it's always been rigged. You know what I mean? I think it's always been rigged. You know, especially when it comes to like certain people. It's always been rigged.
Yeah. No, my mom she plays hardball, bro. So I didn't get a lot of the luxuries that, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That everybody else got. I just was determined to do what I wanted to do, you know. And I always figured as soon as I can make my move, I'm making my move.
Right. No, for real.
But that's all I got, you know. And you know this for a fact, Chef. Most of the time, all you got really is your family, right?
Yeah, that's it.
But I know how you care about your mama too. It ain't nothing. You know what I'm saying? I know.
Yeah, my grandma, Yeah, when my grandma died, it was like the end. It was like everybody thought it was the end of the world for me.
Yeah.
Everybody was calling me like everybody. My brother thought it was the end of the world for me. Like even my mom, like I think she felt some type of way, like, but see, my grandma is a maroon, right? So like I'm like it's like we're like the indigenous people of the country, just like when they got Native Indians over here for like a Native American, like we are like the Native Jamaican, like you see what I'm saying? So it's not
Yeah.
man. So that kind of like touched me different. You know what I mean? It kind of hit me different because she brought me here, right? You see what I'm saying? She changed my whole life. Like you know what I mean? That's why I say when I see my kids, I always instead of saying thank the Lord or whatever, I always say shout out to my grandma, like above because if my grandma never brought me here, this would have never happened. Like you see what I'm saying? So like
Right.
that's why I said I value family. You know what I mean? Especially like and that's why I always have respect for people's grandma. You know what I mean? You never hear me say nothing about nobody's people mom or grandma. You know what I mean? On like you know what I mean? Even when I got problems with them, on the playroom. Because I know the value of that. Like your mom just told us stuff. Your mom just told us like, hey, your mom just told us stuff that we could never Google. You see what I'm saying? And
Yeah. There you go.
that's why grandmas are so important and grandpa because they tell us the stuff that Google can't copy and can't paste. You know what I mean? AI can't even paste it. You know what I'm saying? And as long as they live, they can come back and educate us and knowledge us and tell us like you know what I mean. You're not gonna hear the shit that you're not. You might hear it from you know what I mean a little bit from us, right? But you're not gonna hear it from them because that's not how they
Right.
work. You hear what she
That's not
said.
how they work, bro.
You,
You
you,
sure right.
you hear what your mom said. She sound like my people. You're gonna take
Yeah,
it
that's
over.
right.
You're gonna take it and take it again till you get it right. There was no
Yeah.
go to Google or go to the calculator and add it up. You have to do the math over here, get it. That's how I teach my kids. There's no calculator in the thing. You know what I mean? And when you're doing the test, because I hate that because I think school does that too, where they let them use the calculator for me. That's why I don't respect them. I respect them when they had the calculators and all the classroom. I kind of lost respect for them when they start bringing the stuff in the classroom. 'Cause you know what I mean?
Right.
That's why I became a good. I had to learn and know how long to keep the food out, when it's gonna contaminate it, when it's not contaminated, when it could poison you, all that. I couldn't Google that. You see what I'm saying, right? I had to.
Well, I know.
I had to study my notes. Then before I did my test, I'll go over my notes and make sure, certain things I know I'm point, but I know I'm gonna have a problem remember that. So I'll study the one that I can't remember the most. And then bam, I'm passed. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm using my brain. You know what I mean? I'm using my brain. I'm not using so like as I said, that was one thing. I say you just heard her, she said that. You can't Google that. They're not gonna tell you when you Google that, do that. They're gonna tell you, oh, here's this tool, use this tool. You know what I mean? They tell us stuff, yo. That's about having your mom and the elders around us. They could tell us stuff that we can't Google. Why do you think they get mad at content creators, YouTube, and everybody else get mad at content creators who are older because they know the shit they're not speaking, they're not sugarcoating the shit, and they're not teaching.
Right.
They're teaching the right way. Why do you think Rice getting so much? I see why Rice getting so much trouble because I hear it in his mom. You know what I mean? I hear it in his mom. Right? You see what I'm saying? I hear the knowledge. You know what I mean? That's what I say. That's all I
I
need.
just listen every now and again, but that wisdom you can't teach wisdom. Wisdom is granted. It's not taught.
Right. It's true.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, right.
I don't have a lot of the problems um that people have, but then again, I got somebody wise around me.
Yeah. That's what you gotta have. As I said, that's why I know on my right hand, when his grandpa died, he was so mad. And that was his that was because we all had, as I said, it that's why I was mad at myself because when I used to get up, I used to call my grandma and she'd be like, fuck, I got in trouble. But my grandma used to be all like, oh, you gotta stay in trouble, don't do this again. She ain't never used the you know what I mean, you this, you that, you know what I mean? She ain't never made me feel like I wasn't wanted. Like you know what I'm saying?
Right.
And
Mm-hmm.
you know what I mean? That's why I loved about her. But at the same time, like she would like let me know, like, yo, You know what I mean? You can't be doing this because that's how you're such and such. She'll give me like a whole background of who came over here, got in trouble. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? Who got deported? You know what I mean? My other uncle got deported.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So that's why I never really got down to try to be like, you know, at one point I just said, you know what, fuck it. I'm just gonna use my education and go this way because I don't want to be like, you know what I mean, get sent back home like my people. But you know what I mean? This is before I was a citizen. You know what I'm saying? But even though when I came a citizen, I still kept that same, same mindset. Like I'm gonna do some shit, but I'm not gonna do no shit to like, you know what I mean? Because I already know how my people think and how, you know,
Right.
like you gotta think of your legacy, yo. You know what I mean? Your generation and what that does for your generation. I know people right now that been through some shit. Their kids ain't never been through nothing, and people looking at their family like criminal. Their kids like criminal, and their kids smart as fuck. You know what I mean? The teacher knows. You know what I mean? Like, don't believe the teacher them don't run background like a police run profile checks, right? Don't believe that. They know. Oh, your cousin was this. They did this, that, then they used to go to this school. They got in this trouble at this age. Yeah, they know. Yeah, they know. They know, you know. They know. That's what he said. But yeah, I said a lot of these, you know, kids going to school and, you know, the eyelashes and doing all this extra stuff.
Yeah, like man, my mom just be cracking jokes. You hear what she says? Yeah. If a girl wear long nails, leave her alone. She can't clean them.
Can't do something. And I said the same thing. I said the same thing all the time. My girl would tell you the same thing. Yo, if we put up on drive.
Your girl cook. I know for
right. Don't you notice? Don't you notice you ain't never seen my girl tonight? No super long nail.
I ain't never seen her at all like that. No, yeah. But I know what she do because I see her at work. You can't tell me nothing about this.
Because you know what I mean. We go by the law. Like in the culinary book in the school, it tells you.
Yeah.
If you're selling, you're not supposed to get served. If you go to a coffee shop and your females is selling you some food with some long nails, you can refuse it. You know what I mean? If you don't know the food code, then you go take it. Now you could get food, you could get poison if a little bit of the diamond might fall off in your coffee, the chemical of the nail might come off, and that one thing might, you know what I mean? So no, a lot of people like we don't do that. That's why we don't do that. We don't want nothing. You know what I mean? My girl says she just don't do the nail shit. Like, you know what I mean? But like in general, you're supposed to turn. If someone selling you a burger with a long nail and you could turn it away because the boss will tell them to take off that shit before they come work the job. You know what I mean? That's what I'm saying. Society is fucked up as hell. You know what I mean? She's not lying. Your mom's not lying. She's not lying. That's why they used to be in the jobs. You know what I mean? I remember when I was going to cooking school, they told the girls them straight up, no fake nails, no none of this, no nail polish, none of that. None of that. None of that. And that was only food and preparation. And when we got to the bigger thing, it was a crazy thing. You couldn't even wear certain jewelry. Like, you see what I'm saying? So, like, I don't know. Like, they do a lot of stuff. They make a lot of stuff, right?
You know, my girl the same way. She keep nails, but they don't be long. But then again, she have to because she served in the week. If me and you ever really got together between all of us, we could just run the restaurant between us folks. Cause she been a master server for 20 years, so she know she gotta have a certain decorum.
You know, only like if she's wearing gloves, but like the food like like
yeah, she one of them ones that she not gonna take the food out unless it look a certain kind of way. She ain't gonna let you just serve no anything because she in fine dining. It can't look no any kind of way. Because then her customers, that tip depend on that. So if your food look like trash, she gonna tell you, we not doing this, player. You got to do better.
It'd be funny too.
I can't serve this. I can't take this to them. And then not only that, she a wine genius too, so she know what food go with what wine. You get where I'm coming from, because everything don't go with everything.
I'll be the first one to be like, yo, we're gonna do this. We need to cut our nails right now. You know what I mean? Because you ain't never know what. For me, it's like especially for me, like, you know, like for fake, the fake is not really so bad, but for real nails, I think if you have like you always and you never cut your nails and you're serving, you gotta cut your nails. You got because there's always germ on it. It's very hard to have germ underneath. It's only on top the chemical,
Yep.
on top of the stuff like the painting,
Ian, stop.
the fake diamond.
He's not here yet. Stop.
Yep.
He's too extra. That's
Oh, they be great off of them boys last time.
wants it right there on the spot. You're gonna get it when it comes, okay? I'm gonna let
What do
you
you
eat
even
it.
tell her?
I might do San Antonio tonight, bro, when you get off the
Yeah?
stream.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
it. Well, I wish you would have done the New York. I wish you would have done the New York game last night. When I said they sucked the A out of New York, my nigga, and then that nigga CJ went and tell them niggas, I see y'all niggas in the A, like I'm an ex nigga.
Yeah.
Because
That's
you know what it is though? They forgot that CJ he was like that. I didn't forget he was like that. Don't forget what he did in Portland with when he was playing with Dame Dollar. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, like niggas forgot. Yo, he did Jalen Brunson crazy. Yo, he just crossed him twice, not once, but crossed him twice. My nigga, bring him to the rim and says, because you know I've been telling people, right? What did they say? What do you hear people say that I said last night? Yeah, Jalen Brunson's too selfish. He needs to pass the ball. I've been saying
Right.
I've been saying that from last year. If they want Knicks to win, they gotta let him take less shots. Let make more like you instead of him scoring 30, let Karl Anthony Towns score 30, and you could score the 25. You know what I mean? Because that's why I proved my case. Joker has more assists than him. He's a center, and he's a point guard. You know what I mean? And
Yeah.
Joker and Mary has more assists than Bronson. Bronson, like Joker is getting his double, and Mary still is getting his 7 assists, sometimes 8 assists. Sometimes they both. One has a triple double, one has a double double. So where is your floor general skills? He don't have a floor. He could shoot the ball, but his floor general is very poor, my nigga. That's why New York ain't gonna win. Him and Luka Doncic is the same shit. Their floor general skills is poor. Luka Doncic is a little bit better than him. I'm not gonna lie. I'm gonna give that to Luka. But you know what I mean? For me, he's just a scoring junkie. Like he needs to work on his floor in general. Like starting his next. You know what I mean? He don't pass the ball. He's selfish, and that's how he went down like that last night. Everybody started being selfish. Nobody wanted to be the hero. You know what I mean? When you're sharing the ball like Denver, everybody's gonna pass. Even I noticed about Denver, even when what's his name only got 6 points last night, Brown, they was still passing the ball. Because you know what? The ball is moving around. Jalen Brunson's the only nigga that. You know what I mean?
You don't be up at home by 19 and lose the game. That's again.
I said Rice. Joker is having a half night. He only has 6 points. That's not like him. Remember? You know what I mean? Remember, I told you he was selling because of the friggin' everybody. You know, everybody's gambling and everybody's betting on Denver. So he got to hold out. You could tell he was holding out. Nobody can tell me he wasn't holding out. He was holding out last night. Nobody cannot tell me he wasn't injured. He was holding out. He was holding out. I've been watching this man way too long, not know that he was not holding out last night.
Yeah, that's what I said. He's selling.
Yeah, he sold last night. I don't know what the deal was. What's going on? Maybe we find out that he's not going to get MVP. I don't know what's going on, but he was something. Something was off about him last night.
Yeah.
Something was off.
Something happened. You sure right.
Yeah, I was like, he couldn't score. But you have those. You know what I mean? You gotta remember, it's a long season, 82 games. You know what I'm saying? That's why I'm not mad. That's why everyone is throwing Brandon Ingram underneath the bus. I'm not mad at him. He's the reason why we have the playoffs. So I'm not gonna throw him underneath. You know what I mean? Without him, we probably would have been in the play-in. You see what I'm saying, right? You probably wouldn't have been. So, like, I'm not mad at Brandon Ingram. I know he's gonna get his shit together. I know he's gonna shoot the ball. Maybe right now he's probably because, you know what I mean? Yeah, I don't know. It's just crazy. I just think it's crazy because if he wants the next bag and the next contract, next 2 games, has to be crazy. He has to drop at least 30. You know what I mean? Or maybe want a 28-point game or a 25-point game, but he has to drop because. And you can tell he's rusty that he never been in the NBA playoffs for a long time. But Scotty Barnes and those guys, you know, and people keep forgetting that he ain't never been in the playoffs. This is his first time he been in the play-in. He never been in the playoffs. So I'm not mad at dude. I'm not mad at him. But last night I showed you, bro. Like I told you right. He was holding back. He was holding back. Let me tell you when you speed it up. When they speed it up, when you started playing the regular, like the regular, you started playing like the almost when the game is about to finish. You know what I mean? Because he was letting everybody score. Everybody was scoring. Everybody, because you know why he has to let everybody score, because people bet on him to score a 30, a triple double. You know what I mean? You got your 10 assists. So everyone's waiting right now, watching the money line to see if he's gonna do 10 or you know what I mean. So now, you know what I mean? I'm telling you, it's controlled. They're controlling the bag. That's why I tell people. I tell my nigga this stuff. Like, you're gonna go bet. I'm like, good luck. You see how they sitting out Kevin Durant talking about he's injured. Let's see if he plays. I like the NBA when they just play full circle where they let everybody play. You know what I mean? I don't like when they sit out. I don't care if the team is losing and has a superstar. Don't sit out the play. Giannis exposed y'all. Like y'all sitting me out, and because we're losing, y'all don't want me to play. And my doctor said I'm good.
Right.
I mean, so because y'all don't want nobody to bet on him, because y'all know the reason why they did, because they know people gonna bet on him and he scored 30. You know what I mean? So now you put 500 on it. You know what I'm saying? Now you win 5,000. You know what I'm saying? And you don't care about the team winning. You just care about him scoring the 30. You know what I mean? So now they're mad at that. They're mad at that. So why give us the fucking app? You know what I mean? Why tell us to bet if you're gonna sit out the players and rig the game like that? Yo, I miss the whole NBA when the team was still shit. And you know what I mean? That's why I like Kobe and Michael Jordan. You know what I mean? Because even Kobe was still playing, losing. They take their loss until their team got better. Same thing with Boston. And then they won championship. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Long Paul Pierce was losing and he was on that team by himself until Kevin Garnett and Rondo and Ray Allen came over there and they start winning. You see what I'm saying? Like that's how the game is. But in today's NBA, because we telling everybody, go ahead, you could make money. And then everybody start betting and winning, we're sitting out the players.
Yep.
Man,
they setting it up now. That's what I said. You heard me last night, Chef. Turn the magnet on.
Turn the magnet on. That's why Steph Curry mad, because they ain't let him use the magnet no more.
That's our new slogan, trademark. Chef and Rice made that up. Turn the magnet on. I said it last night.
Hazy was saying that. Remember Hazy was saying that they got the magnet in the ball? Remember Hazy was saying that they got the magnet in the ball too?
Yeah. But you remember I said that before Jamal Murray hit that half-court shot. What I say? Turn the magnet on. We laughed. I'm telling you, that was a good one last night, man. For real. We had people come through. Like you said, you was doing, Chef was doing his moderator works. He was going checking their profiles. So these people, most of them was Minnesota fans, y'all.
Yeah. That's when I figure out Minnesota might win. Whenever you see a fan flooding in your chat, I noticed that. That's one thing I like about TikTok, because I learned from your lives when you first started off. We had even with the thing, like there's a couple of times when you was watching the football game, and one chat, I forgot which football team it was, and it was flooded by the fans, and then they won. You know what I mean? Every time you have that, notice that. As I said, there's some shit. There's some people in the background that know some shit. I just TikTok, just doing some shit. Like you get, I don't know.
Me and Chef, it ain't gonna be late night next year though. Next week though, Chef, we ain't gonna be late night like we was.
I don't care, nigga. It's the playoff. I'm up. It's basketball. Yeah, I don't care. You know what? I got up last night and I'm what the fuck, right? The game is on.
Chef took a power nap on us. That's why he was good for the night.
Yeah, and then I'm like, oh shit.
I got off and went immediately to sleep. I went right to bed, y'all.
I went to TikTok. I'm like, all right, okay, right. So I'm like, whoa.
Yeah.
We're not missing this. Hey, we started that trip.
I was like, where is Chef at? And so my partner Sports Rumble was chilling with me. And then I didn't notice I didn't have the right microphones on. But you could hear the game, but you couldn't hear me. So then I put the right microphone on it. I hope it sounded pretty good. We listened to music during the commercial break, and I did it right. I didn't listen to the whole song because if you listen to the whole song on there, Chef, that's how I get a violation of using that content. So, like I said, I'm learning 4-6, Boston over Philly right now in
Yeah,
Boston.
that's easy right there. As I said, I ain't counting out the best team right now. The best team right now, right? The best team right now,
Big
right?
cup.
In the East is Boston.
I see.
That's the only.
I see. It was a nice. I'm telling y'all, it was a nice dream last night. I'm thinking, like I say, when we get out here about about an hour, 2 hours, I'm thinking
And
about
right,
doing that.
you heard me said that, and you know my team is Raptors, and you heard me said that before the playoffs started. I said
Yeah,
the best team was what? The best team in thing was what? Was in the NBA was Boston because
boss.
that
Yep.
Detroit. Well, look, Detroit got beat by they lost. Orlando Magic's beat them. Orlando Magic, like people don't understand. Yes, the winning is good, but if you are a team that's like Denver and Boston and OKC and Laker, I'm gonna like Laker. I'm gonna say Houston and Lakers. Not so Lakers. I'm gonna put Lakers because LeBron's in there. Yo, it doesn't matter if you lose a game or first game. Like right now, people when that game when they Denver lost that game last night, everybody said, "Oh, we already this was gonna be a game 7," because that's what I mean. You can't say that about nobody else. You see what I'm saying? You really can't say.
Yeah.
You can say that with LeBron, Durant. You see what I'm saying? But you really can't say nobody with nobody else because Joker is that good. Like he's not just gonna beat and go
Right.
on. They probably I guarantee you they probably win the first game tomorrow. You know what I mean? But yeah, right. That game right there, nobody like Philadelphia, they don't want to be there. When you have your coach saying, "Oh, we wish we wasn't here, but we made it, so we're thankful," that's not. He's gonna get fired next year. Watch. I guarantee you. Guys, I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm gonna tell you right now. Nick Nurse, they gonna fire him next year. They gonna fire him. They gonna fire him. He's gone.
You think so?
They gonna fire him. Anytime you hear a team grind and make it, and then you're going up a team, and then you're saying, "Oh, we wish we never made it here, but we're here,"
Yeah.
bro. What are you gonna do if you go up against a championship against them for a title? You don't want somebody like that coaching you. You see what I'm saying? That's why I say
Yeah.
to me he's like a next Steph Curry because Dwayne Case Coachy. I mean Dwayne what's his name again, babe? Dwayne Case Coachy. Yeah, Dwayne Casey. Yeah, Dwayne Casey. When he brought us to the Eastern Finals and then we lost and went and got co-op. They fired him and gave him the job, just like what they did with Steph.
Oh, I know Jason Tatum. He already got a foul.
Who that?
Jason Tatum.
Yeah, because you got to remember, Jason Tatum is on. They freezing up his legs, bro. You got to remember, bro. The man just came out of a tearing ACL. You think they're not freezing up his shit? You know what I mean? You got to remember, he's got to be careful how he plays. If he's been playing right now, I don't think he should have come back. He's doing good, but I hope
He went down there and put it on their behind.
No, but
He went down there and put it on their behind right there.
But I'm gonna tell you this: the best player on that team, and I've been saying this, and I forgot what his name was. There's a next dude that used to come here. That used to come and holler at me and you. He's an ex Puerto Rican dude. That me and you used to talk basketball a lot together. You know what I mean? People always hate when I talk, but it's the truth, yo. I've been telling niggas a long time ago. Jaylen Brown is the best guy on the team. The only reason why they don't like him because Jaylen Brown is like a Rice. He talks his mind. Rice. If you hear that nigga, that's like a young you, yo. Like a young Rice. That nigga there, like he's not marketable. He talks too much. He's too smart. They don't like when black people are smart. That's the one thing I noticed. When you take money and start cussing people, but when you start being smart and start acting like you know shit, that's when they'll be on your ass. When did I get that what I said? I'm telling you, man. But yeah, y'all. This little girl, back to this little girl here, man. And the dude right here, David Longlis. Kind of like he was and whoever set him up to have a young relationship, you know, with this girl is kind of slow too. It's kind of dumb. Mind blowing to me. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Mind blowing to me, man. Mind blowing. That they would allow this little girl to be with a 19-year-old man. You know, I'm gonna have to go see, look at certain things. But yeah. These people in here need to stop allowing these kids to be all up in grown man shit, because it's like that too. You're a parent and you're doing all that. You gotta cut that out. You can't let the kids go when they're not grown. You know what I mean? Real talk. Real shit. I keep telling y'all, you gotta check these kids because they don't know that some of these people and who they talking to. They go, you know, hook up with some of these people and start doing certain shit. Next thing you know that, you know what I mean? Someone trying to kick you or something. Yeah, wild out here. It's wild. Wow. Watch it. Watch it. Yeah, somebody knew what was going on with this little girl here. You know, and they knew what was going on. They gotta. I don't know if they still have their videos up there, but yeah, that's why I had to do a new update story, because the story that we heard, you know what I mean, in 2025 is what happened is he was on tour and they found the body, but she's been missing, and you know, whatever. But I don't know. I don't know. Man. So what's the score, guys? I can't see that game.
I can't see. I think it's 12-11. They got the cheerleaders on here right now. Listen, I'll show you what's going on right now. We got a better channel today. This channel even better than the one that was from last night.
All right, don't worry. Yo. So don't remember.
See, they got the on here tonight. They got the.
Don't be showing any videos, even if they're highlights of their cheerleaders. Don't show them.
No, I'm not. I'm not showing any videos. What I'm doing is saying that instead of the commercials, they going back from ESPN. They going to the arena floor, right? So instead of you leaving the arena and going on commercials, they showing you exactly what's going on in the arena, like in the stadium.
Yeah.
It ain't no commercials tonight. This one's better than the last night, Chef, because the one last night, remember, we had commercials. This one, we don't have no commercials. We got you still in the stadium.
Okay.
Yeah, so what they showing right now, they not showing no commercials. They showing the Boston Celtics cheerleaders cheering during a commercial break. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Celtics Dancers. And then they also show the people in the stands, you know, where you can go live if you scan the thing.
Okay. Yeah, man. But yo, we need to start asking some questions about, you know, why the moms and ain't the mom, why the parents.
Right.
And what I hate is how people like they don't ask anymore, right? They just have them sitting there, you know, only asking the best moment of their daughter. But if I'm me, I'm like, so yo, how your daughter that young and she walking out with a 19-year-old man? You know what I mean? Or a 20-year-old man. My bad, a 20-year-old.
But a lot of these kids react to what they see in the household, fam. I'm just gonna be honest with you. I'm just being honest, just because I know some families that I just thought that people made mistakes. No, a lot of these families, especially a family full of women, a lot of these women, their daughters just reacted to what they see. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I noticed that. If the mama is don't know no better, the daughter ain't gonna know no better. She gonna do what the mama do. Then the mama gonna get mad at the daughter for acting like the mama acts. A different nigga every week.
That is true.
The daughter a hoe, but you not.
Yeah. That make
You
no
get what I'm
sense.
saying? Or you messing with a nigga strictly because of what he'll do for you. You don't even
Yeah,
like this nigga.
and both of y'all live there.
Mm-hmm.
It's true though. I've seen it like Bryce. I seen that shit that you talking about a lot of times.
And a lot of these women, when they get jobs, they turn into different kind of people when they can afford different stuff.
Yeah, they don't. It's like they want.
Yeah, black girls is unheard of for a black woman to get an abortion.
No, they don't need you when they get a good job.
Now they got good jobs. If they child mess up, and get pregnant, instead of them making them go through that, yeah, they'll get them abortion immediately so that they can hide what going on in their own household, so they can hide things. It's all about that now, for real.
Crazy.
See, when you find out certain stuff, it be what it is. Like I said, I found out a whole bunch. A person talking crazy to me, and I said, I don't think you need to be talking to me crazy, because let's just be honest about the situation. You done killed more kids than anybody. I'm not worried about you killing me. I'm a grown person. You done have more abortions than a little bit.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's a lot of it got to do. So this girl, again, I fought the parents. What was the parents like? When you see what the parents are like, you can pretty much guess how I was doing.
That's what I'm saying. What was her mom like? You know, because if her daughter is running around like that, and freaking, it's true though. It has to be in the household. Started from the
Yeah,
household. If you're a blood clot parent running around like that, what would you like? What you not even wrong
it's
with that? Yeah, that to me, that's too young, that means one don't care, one
you
ain't
got
saying.
it. You know the mama didn't care, because the mama knew where she was and she ain't really tried to do nothing about it. But it was like, oh well, I would have told them, I don't know why y'all pressing charges. Everybody was where they wanted to be. We don't know what happened to her. According to him, he don't know what happened to her. He was on tour. How he gonna know? You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's insane. Yeah, people that don't teach nothing these days, though. You know what I mean? They don't. Yeah. It's crazy. I don't know. As I said, like everybody is just on some weirdo shit. Everybody's letting shit happen in front of their eyes, and instead of you know dealing with the problem, people keeping it to themselves. Then they keep it to themselves. Something happened, they feel guilty, and then they wonder why you never showed this video before. That's insane. It's crazy. It's a crazy ass world. I ain't gonna lie. This type of stuff would never happen at one point.
Oh, it's gonna shift 21-13.
Oh, it's 21-13. This type of
Yeah,
stuff.
Boston running over 'em. They just running over 'em. It's 23-13. They just running over 'em. It looked like Denver, what's called the first quarter.
We got Boston.
Mm-hmm.
Boston ain't
It
going
looked
nowhere.
like Denver and
Minnesota.
Minnesota first,
Yeah.
until Denver gave up the rest of the game.
But you know what it was though? They couldn't slow down on they couldn't slow down Anthony, and I mean
Yeah,
I
they
thought
wouldn't double down. They wouldn't double him down and make somebody else beat him.
yeah.
That's
And
all.
then
That's what they did.
and then
You
that's what
make a
happened.
bad.
That's
Yeah,
what, That's what happened with a team. So whenever you're captain or everybody start going, then you start, and then he start going. That's what I'm saying. A lot of people was going off, but I noticed when Joker goes off, a lot of people score more. People are just like, all right. It's just like, I don't know. It was a good game. I can't lie.
He's playing too far out.
Yeah, I enjoyed
too
it.
far out.
I enjoyed that game.
Threes and yeah, he need to play inside out. He need to go down, bang down low first.
Yeah.
Get to the free throw line, find his range. Like I said that, and then the announcer said it, right? He's too high. I would have told him from the get-go as a coach, say, man, when you gonna go down there and be big like you are? You the biggest man on the court. Why the hell you at half court all day? What's wrong with you? If you're gonna be that big and you're gonna play out there, I come to the bench. I just sit down. Come sit down, cause you play out here, man. Don't seem like you want to be in the game. We could lose. We don't need you to lose. Take your big ass down there. You got Anthony Edwards guarding you, and you way out on the motherfucking elbow, and you can't walk down. You can't get positioned down on the block and just call for the ball and go for the quick shot. What's wrong with you? That's two all day. When they switch, the ball ought to go right back to Jokic. When they do the pick and roll, and as soon as they switch, all he gotta do is throw the ball high to Jokic on the block. He there. I mean, who gonna stop him? Anthony Edwards can't stop Jokic, but Jokic pop out to the 3-point. What are you doing? You make it easy for him.
And the referees are bullshit too, because at one point they'll let something slide, and then at one point they won't let it slide. They're bullshit too. They're bullshit. Let's be honest. Right. They're bullshit. They're bullshit. Let's call it on the line. I see them. They're bullshit. Like they let certain things happen, and then when it's like, why? Just let it the whole game play like that. Don't play it off like, we want to see the game like that. We don't want to see half a game where you let certain things happen. Punch out a nigga next time, the next nigga punch out a nigga.
Yeah.
Like that needs to cut up, yo. I'm sorry, yo. Let the game play. Don't just say, all right.
They gonna figure out a way for AI refs. In a minute. And then you don't know the game fixed.
They're not doing their job, yo. If you're getting so much money to blow a whistle, you're not doing your job. I'm sorry.
So many missed calls. You just calling things based on how you feel. If you like a player, he gonna get some calls. If you don't like a player, you're not gonna be fair. We can get these refs up out of here.
Like for real. I'm not gonna pick a beef with the player. Like holy shit.
Emotional referees. Get them gone. Get them up out of here.
Out of here, man. They don't do their job, yo. They go there it's like they want you to kiss their ass. They literally go there to pick a problem. That's stupid.
Right.
To me, it's dumb. Yeah. But yeah, y'all. Protect y'all kids from, make sure you check these kids if they, if they're acting grown, check these kids. I don't think these kids should be out here, driving around older dudes and doing all the crazy shit. Especially at 13. Nah, that's like, man. And all these, like, you do your thing at your 18, but you see what I'm saying? If you want to do it, like, that's up to you. But, come on, yeah. People got to understand. Like, if someone telling you, stay with that girl, don't stay with that girl. Especially if you're supposed to be your advisor. Because I notice a lot of these guys, like, no one said anything to him. Somebody must have told him, David, come on, David, keep her on. Don't leave me. You know what I mean? Like,
right.
It's crazy. That's insane, bro. That's insane. That is so crazy. That is so crazy. Not gonna lie. Everyone just like knew the teacher knew about it. Neighbors knew. It's like almost like a setup. They know what's gonna happen. Teachers knew about it. Neighbors knew about it. Nobody said anything. Oh, like where's the mom? Y'all just love the love. And like I already said, maybe she had a job and maybe, you know what I mean? But where did she work? She must be work somewhere that, you know, you're not gonna, you guys, I don't know. I gotta pay attention to these youths. I think they don't need love, they just need nice stuff. You know what I mean? And all them type of stuff. They don't really need that. You know what I mean? I think to me that's just that old, you know what I mean? Yes, you buy them to fit and take them places. You know what I mean? At the same time, like, you gotta teach them something. Like,
Detroit fighting back. 26-18. At least they ain't letting them put up 40. Ooh, good move.
you know what I mean? Like, come on, y'all. Come on.
Oh no, that ain't Detroit. This Philly. My bad.
Philly. Yeah, I was like, yeah, Detroit playing already.
This Philly. My bad.
Detroit playing tomorrow. But yeah, any neighbor that is, if y'all just gonna sit in the neighborhood and talk to business, y'all, and don't want to report. That's why I like when my neighbors said, at least you know my kids. If you see anything strange, you're gonna let me know, right? I said, yeah, oh yeah, you know what I mean?
Right.
You know what I mean? I'm not gonna look out bad, but you see what I'm saying? You know what I mean, right?
Mm-hmm.
If I like real talk, I am real people like certain things like you can't let happen. You cannot let happen. I don't know. It's crazy. There's a lot of crazy stuff going on right now. Oh boy.
Oh shoot. That was a good play.
The world underneath it.
Baited him. Ooh, that was a heck of a defense. That was easy.
The world is.
That was easy. If Detroit play defense like that all night, it's gonna be Boston gonna have it hard. That's
You
how
mean
you
Philly?
trap them, man.
You mean Philly?
I mean Philly, yeah. I don't know why you calling them Detroit.
You're the
Yeah,
same color.
Philly. There you
Same.
go. Better be another. He about to He about to be another turnover. Ooh, they put the clamps down on this offense. Whoever ain't in the game need to get back in the game. 'Cause they got the clamps on these boys. It's a 3-point game. I told you they came out like Denver. Mm. They call it moving screen. Ain't that something?
It's crazy.
He did do that. He did do that. You should let him go around, Drummond. I like old Drummond though. He's tough.
Yeah, Drummond. Yeah, he's all right. He could shoot
Uh,
the three. He got better at his shooting.
yeah.
He got better at his shooting, so I kind of like give him that. And I mean, he's a little more. Yeah, he's all right. He's all right. Man, boy, David, man, he cooked. Right, you could say that, right? He cooked, right? But
Hmm.
regardless what what we speculate or whatever, it's just the way he's looking. Cause
Yeah.
it's like all them people know you, and they're like, oh, all them people knew you was with this girl. Like you're done. No matter what we think. Even if somebody say, I mean, that's how it's just, right now. It's just for his lawyer to make the case look good and say, look, this is what's going on.
Right.
So he's gonna have to prove something. He's gonna have to be able to prove some shit. Though. Tell you that. He's done for a ride. I think he's down for a ride. He's down for a ride. Oh, it's the first quarter.
Yeah, Chef. I think I'm gonna go get my I keep going on hold because I'm waiting on dude to call me about the automobile. So I'm gonna go get my automobile and come back. I think I'm gonna do that game as soon as he called me to go get it. I think I'm gonna
Yeah,
do the San Antonio Spurs. I enjoyed that, man. That was dope. That was fun, fam.
yeah,
Like that was fun.
yeah, that was dope. I can't lie, that was fun.
And I think it was kind of because it was 420 too, because I had the dedication of 420.
All right, smooth coming
About
straight.
what song
I just totally forgot
about.
the 420 yesterday. There was so much shit going on.
Yeah,
I totally forgot
I
about
think
that.
that would make me. I think I need to make me a background right now as we speaking, because it won't be long.
Mhm.
I think they come on at 8 or 9
Right.
to San Antonio, because that was fun. That was all right. And I'm telling you, my algorithm is picking up. It's starting to stay right there. So you right, Chef. I'll stay on sports. Stay right there. When I do my DJing from now on, I'm going to my DJ Lil Harry Nuts page. I'm not gonna
Just,
mess up my algorithm no more.
you're just gonna have to pick a next. You're gonna have to
You
pick.
know, yeah. One thing I learned about TikTok, you don't go from having 70, 80 viewers in 3 hours to 700, 800 viewers in 3 hours without the algorithm not doing something. Even though they tried to block me, they were still rolling through there.
Yeah, you have
And
to.
you think this, they was rocking with us, Chef. They must have enjoyed us talking. That's
Yeah,
why, like, when you on for real, bro, they must have liked us talking and laughing. And when I would like when you would say, I would say, man, what happened? Scoreboard, the scoreboard. It's like they got something on they got a sensor on the ball and all the players because right, Chef, because it do exactly the ball and the players do exactly what the scoreboard say it's doing. So
yeah.
I'll see the score, be like, "Dang, I can't wait till it happen because I'm streaming it, so I'm late. And Chef be like, watch this, right?
You know, you should do. You know what's low key is getting back popular too? Baseball.
What's that?
Baseball.
Yeah,
So you gotta like,
I played. I played. I just never could watch it. Like for real, I played.
but
That's
it's like
another
low
thing
key.
I played
Like,
at.
if you see how it is now with all the new challenging laws and rules and all that type of
Yeah,
fun stuff that goes on with it now, it's actionable. Trust me, actionable. It's watchable now. It's not like back in the days. Like, you know what I mean? I like how the technology and how the virtual reality. You could see if the ball is a strike or a ball. You know what I mean? All that technology,
yeah,
but that's a thing too that I understand. Like them Japanese people and them Chinese people love that. You gotta remember, you're on TikTok.
yeah,
You know what I mean? You see what I'm saying? So imagine that you're doing a baseball game and you're just showing the score and you just let the game play and then you know what I mean. We go on break and do the same shit. I'm just saying though, you don't like
yeah,
a little if you want to do something after the basketball until because I know you're gonna do football. But that was my thing. When I'm done my short videos on the season, I'm gonna do like a little of baseball. You know what I mean? But I'm only gonna do like the good teams and certain teams. You know what I mean? I'm gonna do a full video. I'm just gonna do a short. You see what I'm saying?
mm-hmm.
I think that is but the sports though, everybody going that, right? So I ain't gonna lie to you. You were the first person I see 2 years ago with that. Now I see
Yeah,
like younger people, older people, middle-aged people doing the same shit. They got their sports shit talking about the back. I even see the Africans doing it. You know what I mean? I tell people all the time, like certain stuff that what we were doing, we was ahead of. We just like was thinking ahead of certain things and just playing with it. Not really like some people take their shit like, you know what I mean? Seriously, certain things.
mm-hmm.
You know what I mean? What we take as like we're just playing with it and just you know what I mean, see what we could do. They take it like serious. Like, yeah.
Yeah,
I mean, with me and you're like, yeah, we tried that already. You know what I mean? They keep doing it over and over again, bro. You know what I mean? But yeah, right. That is, you know, yeah, that's what I was saying. Your algorithm is always going. It's always for me though. Your algorithm is always like that. Remember, I watched you from I was with you from when you first started doing the live.
Yeah, my algorithm been sports. I gotta stay there. That's what it's telling me.
It's
Stay
just like
there.
it's just like me. I can't do nothing else. I gotta do food. If I'm doing anything
Yeah,
with music, if I'm doing anything with music, I gotta have food in it. You know what I mean? Because
yep.
my algorithm is that.
That's your algorithm. That's
Yeah,
why I say I so when I listen to music, I'll just turn on my other account because I'm not messing up the algorithm no more. Now I see how important the algorithm is. Like, cause like you said, you've been there from the get go.
yeah,
I remember having 12 viewers in 3 hours from first football game to shoot. Remember Chef thousands,
yeah,
20,000, 30,000. Now they starting to send stuff. They want me to put stuff up there. You get what I'm saying?
yeah.
Yeah.
That's where that's the thing right there is. And then if I want to do this, I know that if I want to do this, what I'm doing right here, I'll just start a different thing. I'm not into that. That's why I said I'm only gonna
Yeah.
keep it to that and play a little bit of music and keep what I got going on with
Yeah.
music. You know what I mean? But when I do get up when I do get up a sports channel, I'm gonna do like what you do. I'm gonna have a second one, but it's only gonna base on sports.
Yeah. When I'm listening to music, when I'm doing the little DJ thing, what I'll do is I'll just I'll just I'll take my other profile and get on my phone and get on there, and then I'll add me to I'll join the live, but it won't be my live, so it won't mess up my algorithm. But like I said, I noticed that last night with everybody that was rolling through. It hadn't been rolling through like that in a while, but that's because I've been all over the place, mainly just listening to music, DJ, and chilling. But these last two, and Chef said, do the games. And I was like, man, I don't know. And then I was like, yeah, you're right. Let me see if I can get you go do the playoffs. And I was like, yeah, I got it.
Gotta do it again.
And like he said, now do a couple more games.
I'm up
Do
to
a couple more games. Do the New York games because New York fans are loyal and it's a whole bunch of them. And right now they
you're gonna
still
get
fight.
flooded. You're gonna get flooded, bro. You're gonna get flooded.
Yeah.
Get flooded. You're gonna get flooded.
Like I say, our New York partners, they don't come in here no more. I don't know what happened. We didn't do nothing to
Who?
them.
Who?
Our New York partners.
Hey, this is right. You
But
be like
that's
that.
stamp. Blue stamp. I don't know what happened, but
Sometimes you ain't gotta do nobody. You ain't gotta do nobody nothing. You know what I mean? For them to
maybe he wanted to get off on his own, which that's cool too.
that's cool. That's cool with me. Like, you know what I mean? I already know.
Yeah.
Like I said, Rice, I've been talking to you from like certain people I wasn't talking to like that back in the place, like in the PS in the youth screen days. You are one of them person I was. Wow, man. Anyways, like the
Philly
people I'm watching,
coming back. I didn't know they had Paul George. Philly got Paul George.
You didn't know they got Paul George? Where you been?
Mm.
They got Paul George. They got MD, Joel, and they got who else they got? They got that boy there. What's his name? What's his name? Oh, this is really good. Yo, why are you having her calling my phone when I'm on the live? Are you guys teaching her to use the cell phone now?
No, that was mommy. She can call it me too. You know that, right?
Yeah.
Look.
Yeah, my daughter calling. You guys got my daughter calling people now, yo. That's insane.
Look.
And she calling her brother. She calling me.
That's a good thing, though.
Yeah, that is a good thing. Your brother thinks it's a good thing, so I guess it's a good thing. But yeah, you see that? Like, my 15-year-old running around, you know what I mean? I need to know where he's at all times. You know what I'm saying?
Woo-wee.
Kids are supposed to be.
Time out. Philly done went crazy with the threes. It's 35-34. Every time Boston run off, Philly creep right back up. Boston be like, yeah, we got him. Philly be like, no, you don't.
34, fucking 35. They rain on Boston. Boston, don't do this. I do not like Philadelphia. You know what I mean? Let's get it popping. Come on. I don't like Nick Nurse because he's a traitor. And, you know what I mean? Yeah. He messed up the whole Philly. Philly was playing way better. You know what I mean? They're going to fire him. He playing, though. He playing, but, you know, Jalen Brown going to step it up. Right now, they're running. I hate how they're doing the whole thing again. Like, he just got back on the scene and we playing through him. You know what I mean? We got Jalen Brown.
Yeah.
Jalen Brown was there the whole season, 82 games, and now what we playing through Jason Tatum again? Really? You know what I mean? Like, man, put Jason Tatum on the bench. Let Jalen Brown run the ball. Time out. Put Jalen Brown on the bench. Put Jason Tatum in the game. Don't just run both of them at the time. You know what I mean? Like, come on. I understand what he's doing. You know what I mean? But at the same time, you could go a quarter and just have Jason Tatum run them over. You see what I'm saying? And then time him out, sit him on the bench. You know what I mean? And give him 6, and then have Jalen Brown, and then you know what I mean? Just rotate, do the same thing over and over. Like, I mean, Boston, it ain't that hard. That's what I said. The NBA sometimes they be tripping me up. That's why I don't bet. You know what I mean? Y'all can go spend y'all money on this shit. Go ahead. I'm keeping all my money. You motherfuckers are spending millions in one day. What we better than spending one day, right? 20 get what? 5 billion? What?
Yeah.
Like, yeah, right. You want me to spend money? I'm gonna be the most selfish. Every little thing I make, I'm keeping to myself. The most thing I'm getting is what I can smoke. If my kids are good, you know, what do they want? Shoes, clothes. You see what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Candy, you know what I mean? Whatever a teenager want, or whatever a 5-year-old want. You know what I mean? I'm good. I'm not just spend like an idiot. I'm not answering, Janine. Janine, I'm not answering. Stop calling me, little girl. I'm not answering the phone. I'm not mean. Oh my God. Janine, really? I got you on. You know, I got you on camera. I got you on camera. You know that, right? Yeah. You calling me? Yo, she is. Y'all hear my daughter? Yo? You hear her? She is like, she does not stop. Yo.
Bang.
God, this is insane. I think Shaquan, none of my sons did this. This is wild. Really, babe? Really? Don't call me a big back. This little girl is tasty. Why are you calling me a big back? Really? Wow. Yeah. Tell y'all, but this is, that I don't know. Yeah, man, that's why I said I love when my kids are with me because my kids ain't gonna be outside. You see, when you're a parent, like I'm not saying, like I'm just saying everybody parent in their own way, but I start from early. Like I start having fun with the kids. Like you got to start doing that. That's why these kids will go straight away and looking for somebody else to give them something. I'm telling you, like
Yeah.
the girl right here being 13, you know what I mean, shouldn't be doing all that. But I'm finding out there's a lot more kids that are 13 that are running around, you know what I mean, and their parents don't care. Yeah, you think nothing's gonna happen. Oh my God. Yeah. Oh shit. Yeah. Oh my gosh. Yeah. This is crazy. Oh my daughter is having a field day. That must be that candy, right? Yeah, it gotta be that candy. It gotta be that candy, man. I swear to you. Start doing that, man. What else is going on out here? So what about that story there up in Louisiana, right? Seen that story up in
That what?
Louisiana? That man
Oh,
analyzing,
Philly.
huh?
Huh?
You see the story
I
up in
said Philly.
Louisiana? I said, did you see the story in Louisiana when the man analyzed his 8 kids?
Yeah.
That is
The
so.
7 kids, and then the home girl, and
Was it seven?
the wife. He lost it. He lost it on everybody. He was like, she must have been cheating, and he feel like everybody knew except for him.
Even if she's cheating, though, you can't do all that, yo. I'm sorry.
No, you can't do that, but he lost it, and that's a rip. I hate to be like this, but I'm gonna say it anyway. That is what happens when you join the military. No, we're not gonna throw this on young black men. No, we not. We gonna throw this on the military. That's where he come from. That's where he come from. He come from the military, chef.
Oh, he from the military.
Yeah, he was in the military. That's what the military teach. I don't know why people get so surprised when they go down the way they go down when that's what they teach. They teach you to be a damn fool, and when you're a damn fool, you're wrong. I don't get it.
It's
That was a
insane.
military man. We're gonna
Man,
start categorizing everything as young black males or black males. We're gonna start seeing with these black males' background.
I don't know. You gotta take I don't know. He took out his whole family. That
Yeah,
don't make sense, yo. Why would you take out your whole family though?
the whole family. The only one that survived was the one that jumped off the roof. And like I said, he also killed his. He unalived the the lady, the home girl, his wife home girl, and he unalived. Not only did he unalive his wife home girl, he unalived his wife, and then had to deal with the police.
That's like I'm like, what's going on in this world today? People are so hateful and
That
like
happened in Shreveport.
crazy. Like, what the hell?
What does the military teach you? That's not no. That's not no. That's not. That's not nothing that you would think that a gangster would do, or a young black man that was, misled. That was military. I'm just like I said. I'd be wondering. Some things just make me wonder, like how he get to all y'all. I'm glad the one had no sense to get away. He just lining you up, knocking you down, and you just standing there accepting it. No, somebody had to run. Somebody got away. And I know they gonna live they life. Godly. That's gonna be a horrific day. Everybody in their family gone except for them. And they had to jump off the roof to get away.
I don't know.
Yeah, one made it, but he killed everybody in that house. I tell people all the time that's usually how it goes. You can't never tell what a man will do, man. I'm telling you, I hate to be like that, chef, but you know how men are. You know how men are. We can't even front.
Yeah, but I don't know, yo.
No, we know. We
Right.
know now.
That's crucial. That is
That's
so.
very,
Like,
man.
are you gonna analyze all your kids, yo? Even if she cheated, yo.
Well, you
I'm
know, we
so
can't
fuck.
we can't fuss at him. We can't even fuss at him because he not here. He was willing to accept that from when before
Them
he
niggas,
started up.
them
Yeah,
niggas
before
gas
he
that.
started up, that was a kamikaze. That was a kamikaze suicide. I'm gonna get everybody. I'm gonna go, but I'm taking a lot of people with me. I'm not. Well, I don't want to be here no more, but there's a lot of people that's going with me. I'm finna start up. That's what that was.
You know he did. For him to do that, you know he did. When he was down in the army or whatever he was, you know he analyzed kids. He analyzed kids.
Yeah, he did something,
I don't care nobody said. Damn, yo, Boston. I mean, so the Phillies turned up the offense, yo.
didn't they? I
The
told you.
defense too. You know what I mean? That is
Yep.
sad. When I seen that Rice, I was like, what the hell? You know what I mean? The man just got rid of all his kids like that. Like, yo, that I don't know. That's
Yeah.
crazy.
You gotta understand what's the bigger question is that doesn't it happens like in other this stuff like this don't happen everywhere else like that like it happens here. Here that's just news. That's almost normal. Other places don't have that problem. People don't do that. Number one, they don't have access to do it to. Number two, they don't treat their people a certain kind of way.
I don't know.
So yeah, man, it's sad that it happened, but shoot, bro, it happened, right?
That's crazy, bro. I ain't gonna lie. That's insane, right? That's insane. All your children, all your kids, bro.
Right.
He was like, I don't know, like he must have been charged up with something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And that go time. Man, that was that right there, boy. That's some other shit. That's some other shit, bro.
Right.
That is insane.
It's a
That's me
good
right
game.
there.
48.
I was like, yo, the man, the whole kid. The kids, yo.
Who's winning? San Antonio, they up.
Think what it's 50 to 48.
No, that's a yeah.
Get my nigga.
I'm trying to see what they not playing already, are they? San Antonio playing right now?
No, it don't matter, yo.
Give me the phone. 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 Hang up. Use your phone.
Man, oh man.
San Antonio already playing. San Antonio
No,
don't play yet.
Yeah, they play. What time? Let me see. What time is it? They play at 8:30. Let me check. Hold on. Let me check. Oh, they're playing right now.
That's what I said. San Antonio already playing while they playing.
I know, that make no sense. That's stupid as hell.
Why they do that?
I know, right? And they got the thing, and they got thing coming up after too. Let me tell you what they got next. So I'm gonna tell you what they got. They got Boston. They got San Antonio, and then at 10:30 you got Lakers and Rockets. I think you might have to do the Lakers and Rockets too. You hear me?
Yeah, I'm trying to see if San Antonio really playing.
Yeah, they playing. I'm watching them right now.
They playing at the same time Philly playing.
Yes, right. So I'm watching them right now. Only thing that their game just started. Philly game already started like at 7. They started at 8, like at 8 o'clock my time. So that's 7 o'clock here.
Right.
Yeah. So yeah, they're playing right now.
Oh, well, shoot. Okay, well, let's do it like this then. Oh, this gonna be a good night. I'm gonna go left, Chef.
My phone's already charged up. So
Real, Chef. I'm gonna go all the way left. If it let me do it like this,
my phone's
it
already.
better not let me do it like
Do
this.
it the way you had it last night. Do it the way you had it last
Oh, I'm gonna do it like this, but for sure. But
night. Like, y'all out here, y'all kids need to teach y'all kids to have respect for y'all. And if they can't have respect, don't give them the shit. Have them walk outside bare feet. Don't give them no shoes, none of that shit to hang out with their friends. School and home, that's it. You know what I'm saying? Be the annoying parent. Some of y'all giving them too freely.
yeah, they just started. Okay.
Too much freedom.
Yeah, I see it now, bro. I didn't know that. Let
Yeah.
me get my.
I told you they got Houston and Lakers after that too. Two West
Now I
Coast,
got to get my scoreboard right.
two West Coast games tonight, one East Coast game. And tomorrow I think it's 2 East Coast games and 1 West Coast game. Yeah, y'all need to do better with y'all kids. Yeah, I mean, this little girl here should have never like blaming the mom, the family, and everybody for this. But let this little girl running around. Teachers, they sure got the police involved and everything. You know, but I guess once you famous and you know you got money, nobody really can't say nothing to you.
Turn that chat off.
Oh,
Reorder this.
they balling in Boston. I can't lie, they balling. Ooh, this tonight's gonna be a
That's
crazy.
a good game. That's what I'm saying.
Tonight's a crazy night, right? Tonight's a crazy night. Tonight's a crazy. You got to choose one. You know what I mean,
That might be the one.
I'll stick to the. I wish one. I don't know, but you're gonna have to do two. You can't do one. You got to, especially the last one. The last one. You tell me this. The last game is always the best game. Even I even saw that when you had the NFL going.
Yeah.
Not anything in LA is always good, especially when it comes to basketball. Showtime.
Right.
I hope Kevin Durant. Kevin Durant. I'm probably gonna be. He's probably gonna hear me talk trash. Kevin Durant. Yeah, man. Y'all gotta know what y'all
Oh
talking
yeah, bro. Absolutely. We gonna get it cranked it up. We gonna get it cranked it up with the playoff.
Yeah. This thing here that this girl was like, and my son will tell you, like, David shouldn't have been doing that with a girl at a young age, but he don't believe that he did that like that by himself.
Right.
He probably, but he probably got, somebody probably else did it or whatever, but it's just crazy. And if he did that by himself, that's crazy. But to say, yeah, he put two bodies in the thing like that, two
Right.
garbage bags. I always tell people them black garbage bags at Home Depot are crazy. You know what I mean? You can hide anything in them bags. You know what I mean? And get away with it. It's bogus. They shouldn't have both games on at the same time. Though. That's stupid. Especially these two games like this. And it's like,
That is weak, ain't it?
yeah, that's dumb. Like, they show me the split screen right now, but that's dumb. That's dumb. That's my shit. Why would you guys do it? Say the NBA is running out of fucking ideas. Well, I said that, and now you guys shut off my TV. What a black commercial.
Yeah, nah, I'm just
It's insane, man. Y'all gotta know where y'all kids are, though. Know where y'all kids are at. That's too crazy. Like don't get it. Certain 16-year-olds and certain, 15-year-olds know what's going. Like they know they're like, all right, this is not, we're not doing this. This is wrong or whatever. But some, people are out there looking for something else when they run around and do certain things. I just think
right.
the mom in this particular case right here, the mom and the mom and
Don't worry, Jeff. I got both of them going at the same time. I know I got a plan, brother.
the mom and the teachers though, and the people in the neighborhood wrong too because now they want to say something. Well, you never said something before, but some people are like, well, no one said nothing. It's none of my business, so it's not my business. So let me not say anything. It's kind of crazy.
The Spurs is up.
The Spurs is down.
Spurs up.
13-4. They're down right now. I keep telling you.
Yeah, but I mean they up. What I'm saying is they up in the series 1-0. Who's up? Is Boston up?
Yeah, Boston is up. Boston is up.
Oh my god.
Boston is up. You should not. You shouldn't get it. No, you shouldn't get it. You're the one that got it up like that. I'm not doing it. Don't stop.
You're not having no more. It's too late.
My mic is down for real? How is the mic down
Come on,
already?
Denton.
I hate this.
How's the mic down already?
You can't eat too much junk.
Hey, yo.
Stop that.
Don't work it, man. Tell him to pass the mic.
Yeah, wait a minute, I get this message.
I don't know. Yeah, because this mic is dead.
The mic don't work now.
It's dead.
And the Spurs are playing the Rockets, right?
Last night, there's no way it's not.
It's dead. Look.
How's it dead?
And it's
I had it shorts last night.
I know it's dead. Let me get another one.
I'll get you the other one.
I think the Spurs playing the Rockets. No, the Spurs ain't playing the Rockets. Who the Spurs playing?
I don't know.
Who the Spurs playing, Chef?
They playing Portland.
Yeah, that's right.
Blazers. They giving it to them too. They giving them the business.
And the Spurs is up 1-0. And then we have the who's at home? The Lakers.
We got the Drewski. No,
Lakers and Houston.
Rockets is up there. Rockets is at home.
The Rockets is at home and they up 1-0.
No, Lakers is up.
The Lakers is up 1-0 and the Rockets at home.
Yeah, because I told you, remember, you not hear what I said to you yesterday? I said they sought out Kevin Durant talking about he was injured. Because they want my bad, LeBron James to slow the game down. It's like, it's crazy. Like, I hate how they be sitting on players. They be sitting on players. They be sitting on players. I don't like that. They be sitting on players. I hate when the NBA does that.
And the controller is broken.
Yeah, which one? The one that she has?
Yeah.
How did she
No,
break?
I took these away.
How did she break that?
Because you know she throws everything on the ground. And she's,
So what, it broke?
It does not work. It doesn't click. And she might have took the Oreos from you. It's too late for that. It doesn't know. Wow, it's not.
So it's halftime with the
Yeah, so you got the next game. So I'm about to finish this up. And then we'll go to the next game. Yeah, but I don't know about this thing, y'all. This case. I mean, he gonna go on for it. Everybody gonna
yeah, he in trouble.
Yeah, he in trouble. I can't lie. Like David in trouble. He definitely in trouble. Regardless of what, even if he didn't unalive her, he's still in trouble.
Right.
He's still in trouble. He's still in trouble, man. I think that's
it don't matter. Yeah.
They just want him in trouble.
I'll stop doing that. How about I just go right there?
They ain't gonna be in trouble, man.
Let you go. And Chef over here. Then I got the 2 games over here. That seem to be working pretty doggone good.
Okay.
How the 7? Man, you 7'4". Well, how tall is you? What is you throwing at? He threw the alley-oop down to the man. Come on. Y'all tripping in San Antonio.
Yeah, he doing. I told you, he doing too much. Every time he watch somebody, he try to imitate them. Now tonight, he's trying to imitate Joker. If you don't hear that stuff,
You threw the alley-oop down to the man. You should have shot that. That man can't contest your shot. You can't give me nothing 7 feet away and I'm that tall and that man is 6'2". That's on me. He ain't getting up here. I'm going on the backboard every time. I ain't even got to jump out. Just hit the backboard. Bang. Bang. Tim Duncan.
I told you, for him that tall, he should have like at least 15 rebounds a game. Like I said, you ain't got to jump. Like, he don't go for rebounds. I don't get him. He don't go for rebounds.
Oh, shoot, Chef.
Yeah.
What you think about this right here? I got to show it to you, man. I got to show it to you. Hold on. Look at this background. Hold up.
You wanna go over here?
Are you nodding your head? You okay?
Oh, okay, you want me to?
I'm gonna bring her out there and stuff. Let's go.
But yeah, people.
No, we're gonna get a new one, okay? Not right now. It's late.
There's no way.
I'm gonna go to bed.
There's no way you're.
Okay.
There's no way this little girl should have been out there by herself like that. It's insane.
Don't step on it.
The parents have a part, but yeah, David, he cooked. He done? Yeah, he done. But I'm just trying to figure out why they're taking so long to charge him. Way too long. No, he cooked though. My bad, guys. My bad. He cooked.
Oh, yeah, Chef. Let me show you this real quick.
Huh?
Let me see if let me see if it'll. Look at that, Chef. How about that background for the night?
Okay. Hold on.
You see it? You don't have to put it up there if you can see it.
Yeah, I see it. I see it.
Yeah, man. Oh, it's going down.
I like that. That's lit stuff.
Man, it's going down. It's going down.
I think that's where your algorithm.
Yeah, I hope so. What's helping me though, even more than that, is I'm doing what this companion is telling me to do. That's all I'm doing. So I'm not really changing anything.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying, Polanski?
Yeah, I feel you.
Mm-hmm. Now I'm gonna have to pull this picture down because
And for the Lakers, you're doing the Lakers too, right? Are you doing the Lakers?
I might. I'm not above it. What I'm saying. I just might.
Yeah, that game is a good game. See, they got rid of Chauncey. Got rid of Chauncey Phillips and give somebody else the Portland team that he built up. Mm-hmm. Crazy.
Who got rid of him?
Remember Chauncey, he's in that charge. Chauncey Phillips, remember he got charged for that scandal? With that legal gambling?
Oh,
Remember, he was the head coach of Portland. Now, I want you. I'm not gonna say anything to you, right? Because I know YouTube it. I want you to go look at the coach and tell me where you think he's from. Where he look like he's not American.
Oh. Yeah, man. Oh, shit. Yeah, man. We gonna be good this evening.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, there's a lot of good shit going on. You know? A lot of those scandals for money. Insane, but to me though, this was definitely I don't know if David was into sex trafficking and all that type of stuff. If that was the case, it seemed like there wasn't type of that type of shit. The body for so long disappeared.
Yeah.
Insane. Insane. So what she reported missing? Yeah, what she reported. I don't think she was reported missing.
I don't either. I don't either.
I mean, no Amber Alerts.
Right. No, none of that.
No Amber Alert. No, nothing. None of that stuff.
None of that.
So, and then why wouldn't if she was missing a year ago?
There we go. Yeah, she was missing a year ago. That's what they said. He said somebody in front of. Oh shoot! You think they gonna get him? You think they gonna do it to him?
They want that. He getting the death penalty though.
You think they gonna do it to him?
Definitely going on. Yeah.
I'll have to edit this.
I want to get into the thing though. But all right. All right, guys. I'm gonna
You gone?
Oh yeah, I'm gonna wrap up so I get ready to.
I'll be there. You know what I'm about to do? Just let me know as soon as I get my automobile. I'm not going to start up right now, but check on me because as soon as I get my business taken care of, I'll be there.
All right.
All right.
All right. Much respect, Kenny. Shout out everybody in the chat for coming through. You know what I mean? Shout out to everybody on the Twitch world as well. But yeah. I'm out. I'll see you on the next one. Like, comment, share, subscribe. It's crazy though. This is definitely some type of sex trafficking shit going on here. I don't know if David was involved in that or somebody he knew or or whatever. But David is definitely yeah guilty on some of this stuff is crazy. Like to not to say he's not. Um, yeah, I mean it is crazy though. The evidence, how you see it. But we gonna still have to see how the body, everything got chopped up, put in the back of the Tesla. So yeah, I'm gonna see on the next one. I mean, I feel it for her though. But the parents, don't leave your daughters. Don't let them. Trying to do some crazy shit, run away with. Random strangers. All right, peace, y'all. Like, comment, share, subscribe. More.